We just spent the last 2 days exploring Christmas markets around Germany. Now we are going on to country number 2. If you want to see Germany, look to the last video. But if you want to see France, you're in the right place. Off today to Strasbourg, France.
Let's go.
Off to Strasbourg. We have an hour and a half layover. This is the train station. We were like, oh, it's fine. We'll just go to a cafe in the train station. The train station is a platform. Here's Gabriel in Riquewihr, Germany. Do you know where that is? Do you know where that is? No, nobody does it. We're in Riquewihr, Germany, and he's changing our flights. He's adding days. This is what he does. Arrived in France, and we have some assorted pans de spices. Pans with spice. It tastes like gingerbread and licorice had a baby. This is the map that they have given us at check-in, and here's our plan. We are over here. This is the old town, the best market apparently, cathedral, giant Christmas tree. For the afternoon, we're gonna go here, check it out in the daylight. Come back so somebody can nap. Go to all this at night. Apparently all the houses are Christmas markets. There's 12. Yeah. Will we go to all 12? Will we, Gabriel?
Absolutely not.
Have I ever told anybody that he is a little bit of the Grinch? But he's working on it. He's improving, right?
Trisha, where are we at?
Alright guys, we've made it to Strasbourg, France, the capital of Christmas. First French city of our Christmas market tour. And there are apparently 12 Christmas markets in town. We're gonna just head to the biggest areas. So right now we're heading to Old Town or Little Petite France. That's it.
Alright, Trisha, what do you have there?
I went up to get the soup. The guy said, do you want sausage, bacon, onion, chives? I said, can I just do it all? He said, sure. He said, you want curry cream sauce? I said, sure. Look at this. 1 second. I don't even know where the soup is anymore. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's like fried onions, so they're crunchy. This is like the best soup I've ever had. Have arrived in the evening. As you can see, the giant Christmas tree is behind me, and it's a Thursday, so this is what it looks like Thursday, mid-December. It's a lot of people, but we're all happy and then Christmas cheer, so it's gonna be great, right? But this is it's potatoes, ham, and Munster cheese. It's called, looks like Munster, but it's not. It's like elevated scalloped potatoes. But elevated. Go for it. Do you remember what it was called? It's the best?
Salty, very salty.
Oh, salty. You see it? The melting chocolate. The problem with Europe is that there are many large cathedrals, and Gabriel was convinced that the last cathedral was the one. But no. That's it right there. That's it. So I've seen these all over the internet, but I've never seen anybody actually bite into one. So I don't know what the inside's supposed to be like. It's a marshmallow. It's like a dilly bar, but marshmallow inside. That's good.
And somehow we are still next to the church.
So I finally found they're like smashed hash browns, and I got them with cheese. They're actually quite good. But it's the Christkindl market, our final market of Strasbourg. There's a lot in Strasbourg. Every business is lit up in some way. Every street is lit up in some way. You could walk the entire city. It is a lot more commercialized, a lot more flashy toys that are dancing like this. Can get a little bit in your head and annoying, but it's obviously magical. It's so sparkly. We are currently getting ready to leave Strasbourg and go on to our second Christmas market destination in France. But I have 2 more takeaways from Strasbourg. Also realized, stop doing fit checks, but it's because they're kind of all the same. I thrifted the sweater, I thrifted the jeans, I stole stuff from my sister. Yesterday was the same story. So this is what I'm gonna wear to our second day in France. My 2 takeaways. 1, Glühwein is very popular at Christmas markets. It is hot wine that is boiled with spices. But in France, they are selling vin chaud, VIN space CHAUD.
Yeah, just hot wine.
Hot wine. But as you can imagine, it's France. Their wine is elite. They're not adding anything to it. Maybe they did, but from what I tried, it tasted like hot wine. Whereas Glühwein was hot wine with a lot of spices added to it. They also had Glühwein here, but a lot more just hot wine of their wine from the region. So that's also very special. Number 2 takeaway I noticed is that this Christmas market, particularly in Strasbourg, was much more expensive than the last 2 we were in Germany. Now this could be because it's the Christmas capital of the world, one of the most popular Christmas destinations in Europe, and it's also a larger city. But whereas things in Germany, the Glühwein was 3 to 4 euros, here it was like 6 to 7. Food in Germany was like 6 to 7 euros. Here it was more like 10 to 12. So a little bit of a difference there. Also, gifts were slightly more expensive here. Things that I was finding before, like ornaments, would be like 6 euros. Here they're more like 16, depending on how fancy they're done and the different stands. So that is something to keep in mind. Not that it's crazy expensive, but there is a noticeable difference. Now, we are gonna leave Strasbourg and we're gonna go on, and we have a large task today. We're gonna try to catch 2 Christmas markets in one day. So let's see how that goes. We got on the train heading to Colmar. Gabriel did not think that we needed to leave the time I thought we needed to leave, so we're standing by the bathrooms with our luggage. But if we would have shown up early, because Strasbourg is a big spot, it was the beginning of the train, we could have easily gotten a seat and put our luggage on, because there is a lot of space. We arrived at the train station in Colmar, which is our second destination. Here we are. This is what it looks like. We have brought our large rolly bags. Now, as you saw on the train, they wouldn't fit if we would have been on time. But even in these old train stations, there are elevators. They're few and far between. Might be hard to find. Honestly, just work on your biceps and carry them up the stairs. But there are options. The trains have worked quite smoothly. I've heard in past videos that they can be quite delayed, but nothing's been too delayed for us except from Frankfurt. I don't know if that was bad, but it's another smooth travel morning. We have arrived in our second French destination. It is not Colmar, we're doing that tonight. It's actually Riquewihr, which is a town I went to when I studied abroad here in college. It is based off of the Beauty and the Beast movie, if you know. Apparently everybody else knows. This is the most crowded I've seen a market. It is a Friday. This is the wine region of France, so I have high expectations for this. It's less spicy than the German Glühwein, but it's more, you can tell the wine is good. I don't know what that means. I don't know a lot about wine. It's good. It's good. This is like schnitzel, but extra. It's got cabbage, ham, cheese, onion. Wow. You like cabbage? It's very chewy. 2 hours later, and we are now leaving Riquewihr. Definitely the busiest, definitely the best wine, possibly the best food. It is now nighttime and we are back in Colmar, France. So I've heard it's supposed to be a very gingerbready type town with lots of canals and obviously lots of Christmas stuff, so we're gonna go find out. First blue wine in Colmar. There's a giant Ferris wheel and it's very crowded in there. So we're moving on. I got a goat cheese, basil, and honey sandwich. Sounds boring? It's not. Guys, it's not. It's the next day and we are leaving Colmar, France. We are actually leaving France to go on to country number 3. Let's do a quick sum up of the takeaways of the French Christmas markets. Alright, first I'm going to do my favorite food and my favorite drink, then we'll switch over to you, okay? So, my favorite drink, obviously we're drinking blue wine the whole time, but the best one was in Riquewihr, okay? Riquewihr is also a wine region, so the wine was just good, but they also spiced it some, and it was just good. The best food, the crepes in Riquewihr. I think that was the best with Nutella. That was the best food of the French Christmas market. All right, let's switch over to you.
Pretty much the same. I really enjoyed the apple juice. Was it apple juice?
It was like a spiced apple juice.
That's apple juice. And then the crepes are really good with Nutella. Something else that's different is just the price difference between Strasbourg and Riquewihr. I think we paid like €8 or €7 in Strasbourg, and in Riquewihr we paid like 4 or 5
For glühwein.
for blue wine. Right.
Yeah.
The crowd in Colmar was more younger mix, while in Riquewihr it seemed like a tour group, a bunch of tour groups. They're just massive tour buses. And we also missed our bus around taking over.
We didn't miss it. Explain that a little.
Oh, right. So we're waiting for the bus to take us from Riquewihr back to Colmar, but the bus was full by the time it got to us. So this
And they
bus,
will leave you.
Right.
Yeah,
So
they
this
won't
bus
pack it.
Left at 3:17. By 2:40, there was already a line over 60, 70 people long. So we obviously didn't make it. And then we made some friends on the line, and we got on an Uber and just made it back to town on time. So that's what we did.
My takeaway of the French Christmas markets, though, is that I didn't find the classic mugs that come with the glühwein. All over Germany, you would get a mug, you could pay a little bit extra and then keep the mug or return it later. Here you do the same thing, but you get a plastic cup. And I think that's just a little... I mean, it just shows the volume that they have. They have a much larger volume, so they had to go with the cheaper option, but it's just... It's a little less magical to hold a plastic cup of glühwein than to hold a mug that you can, like, you know, it's comfy on your hands. Overall, I think France seemed a little more commercialized, a little more gaudy, a little more flashy lights and loud noises, whereas where we were before was a little more cozy, twinkly lights, traditional. Yeah. Obviously, Christmas markets come from Germany, though, so they're going to be the traditional people. Here, they put on their own spin, brighter, flashier, more decor all over the buildings, not just in the Christmas markets. Every business is decorated. But did we have fun? Did we have fun?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And now we're going on today. Country number 12. That's not fresh. Nope. I don't really like licorice though.
No, I'm not improving. I'm actually getting worse.
What was that?
Nothing.
You're getting worse?
Get the camera off my face.
That was such a grinchy reaction. It's our first French country.
First French city.
Yes, there are not multiple French countries. Country number 3. Is that right? 3?
Trois, I think.
3. Country number 3.